Even after losing a dramatic 7-game series to the Dodgers, the Toronto Blue Jays pulled off something huge. They clinched the AL East for the first time in 15 years, defeating the New York Yankees and the Seattle Mariners, charging to the World Series for their first appearance in 32 years. Just months earlier, the NBA had felt a different kind of Canadian heat. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, born in Toronto, quietly turned a great season into something unforgettable. He averaged 32.7 points per game in the 2024-25 season, helped his team to a top seed, and then led them to a championship while collecting both league MVP and Finals MVP honors. 2 sports, 2 leagues, same headline. Canada is no longer quiet on the big stages. It's making noise loud enough to be heard everywhere. Because as of June 2025, for the first time ever, the Finals MVP in the NBA, the NHL, and the MLB were all Canadian. Starting with basketball, a decade ago, Canada was not considered a basketball powerhouse. Hockey dominated, but then a few moments shifted everything. In 2016, Toronto hosted the NBA All-Star Game. That weekend turned Toronto into a basketball city. It raised the profile of the sport and made people believe the country could compete on that level. Then on June 13th, 2019, the Toronto Raptors made history, defeating the Golden State Warriors to win the NBA championship. It wasn't just a win for a team, it was a win for the country. For many kids across Canada, it was proof you can be great in basketball, even if you come from north of the border. That championship filled courts, boosted youth enrollment programs, and made the term basketball kid a more common label. Behind that shift was hard work. Canada started building new courts, youth developmental programs expanded, and basketball clubs' governance became stricter to ensure that talent wasn't lost. And the results followed. By 2024-25, there were 24 Canadians on NBA rosters, the most from any country outside the US. Players like Jamal Murray, Andrew Wiggins, and RJ Barrett kept the narrative going, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander became the face of Canadian basketball's new era. His performance this season, 51.9% shooting, 37.5% from 3, 89.8% from the line, that is elite. On the baseball side, the story follows a similar arc. Canada has played baseball for more than a century. The first recorded game north of the border dates back to 1838, but it's the recent momentum that matters now. The Blue Jays' resurgence in 2025 put a spotlight back on Canadian baseball. Youth programs swelled, college baseball numbers climbed, and the nation watched again. In 2025, the Blue Jays' playoff run shattered previous records. The ALCS Game 7 averaged 6 million Canadian viewers and peaked to 8.3 million. Behind that on-field success was a deeper pipeline. 24 Canadian-born players appeared in MLB games this season, and roughly 1,100 Canadian athletes were playing college baseball in the US. That shows the base being built is real. High-profile stars amplified the impact. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who holds Canadian and Dominican citizenship, signed a $500 million contract this year. His visibility and success made baseball feel national again in Canada, not just regional. Let's go back to the Blue Jays for a second. Their World Series run wasn't just about baseball, it felt like the whole country was part of it. Over 7 million people watched Game 1, nearly 1 in 6 Canadians. Merchandise sales doubled during the postseason. Youth baseball registration spiked, and Toronto's downtown had viewing numbers rivaling the Raptors' 2019 parade crowds. Stadiums across the country, from Vancouver to Halifax, held watch nights. It wasn't just a playoff run, it was a national reminder that baseball still beats at the heart of Canadian sports. And in basketball, Shai's story became emblematic. From Toronto's youth leagues to NBA champion, his path interest didn't just show what's possible, it showed what was possible for a Canadian. He didn't just break records, he rewrote perceptions. His MVP season placed him among legends, while also telling every kid in Canada, your game matters here. Look around right now, the NBA season's barely started and Shai's playing like he never left the finals. Jamal Murray's healthy again, RJ Barrett settling in with Team Canada's confidence still fresh. Over in baseball, the Blue Jays core isn't just built to win once, it's built to stay. Young stars like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Trey Savage are starting to hit their prime, while the next generation of talent is beginning to fill the minor leagues. Canada is starting to sustain talent now, and that's a healthy sign for what's coming next. This is not a normal hot streak, it's a system that's beginning to cycle talent at the same pace as the US. I guess the big question then is, are we watching the beginning of the Canadian era in sports?